The big day is here. It's been a year in the making at Hillside Farm, and today Homeworthy takes you behind the scenes just hours before Avery and Zach tie the knot in front of 200 guests. Inside, the bridesmaids are getting ready, and a touching moment unfolds between Ruth and Avery as they embrace traditions with something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. Avery and Bob share an emotional first look before the ceremony, which sets the tone for an evening full of heartfelt toasts, dancing, and endless celebration. You won't want to miss this.
Welcome, Homeworthy. My name is Ruth McKeaney, and we're at Hillside Farm. This is what we've been waiting for a year. We've been getting ready for my daughter Avery's wedding. She's getting ready in the back. And in this episode, we're going to take you from the setup, which was yesterday, until the wedding today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ruth McKeaney, and this year I'm inviting Homeworthy to join my family for all of our annual highlights at Hillside Farm, our 305-year-old farmhouse steeped in history and love. After decades of flipping houses, my husband Bob and I settled here where we raised our 5 children. And this year you'll join us for holiday gatherings and the upcoming wedding of our daughter, happening right here at Hillside, where we welcome your company as we share in the simple pleasures of life at home. I'll offer tips from my book, Hungry for Home, to help infuse your own home with moments of joy, filling home-cooked meals with flavor for the whole family, and of course, decorating with amazing antique finds. So sit back and make yourself at home.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Calm before the storm. The wedding day is today, and I'm sitting here. Actually, I just had my makeup done. Avery's getting her makeup done, and I'm in my bedroom, and we're going to be doing Bob's first look in about an hour. Bob is my husband, not the groom. They're actually not doing a first look. They're going to have their first look as she walks down the aisle. And I'm sitting here getting a little reminiscent. This is the veil I wore in my wedding, and she's going to wear it. And this is actually the garter belt I wore, so she's going to wear that as well. So I'll tell you, as beautiful and exciting and wonderful as it is, you know, you go through your own little grieving part. And so we have the perfect weather day, and we are so excited to welcome Zach into our family. And I'm so excited to get the show on the road. So come have a watch. I thought it would be fun to give you a little window into what's happening in the rooms. We've got all the bridesmaids in one room. They're all in their monogram pajamas that Avery had made for them, and Avery's in the dining room getting her makeup on. So come take a look. I thought I would steal outside of the house because I don't know when I'm going to get to talk later. One of the things we did at my other daughter's wedding that we're doing at this wedding is both of them love the way my cousin Chriselle cooks, and she's an amazing baker. So in Alex's wedding, she baked them a coconut cake for just the bride and groom, and for this wedding, she did a chocolate cake. So later on, you'll get to see the finished product at the reception. Our second daughter is getting ready to get married in 3 hours, 2.5 hours.
Oh, I have to get my hair done and my makeup done.
So, welcome. They are setting up all the tables. We are eating family style, which means they're going to be bringing huge trays and boards of food, and they've got food that'll be cooking over spits, so it's going to be really, really fun. And what's really exciting is I'll show you a gift I had made for Avery. The whole something borrowed, something blue, something old, something new. I did something kind of fun and gave it to her as a surprise last night when we had our last night as a family together. All the girls were sitting on our bed, and I had melted down Bob's college ring and melted down an old piece of jewelry of mine. And when I had graduated from law school, my parents had given me a tennis bracelet with aquamarine. So I took all of those stones out and I made a bracelet for Avery. So we were able to give that, and it just symbolizes the past, the present, and where she's heading. So
Yes. Yeah.
we're excited to celebrate and watch the tears go.
So, and the fact that we're standing here 1:30, wedding's in 2.5 hours, and the caterer showed up like a half hour ago,
We're good to go.
full throttle. When 30 or 40 people show up at your house at one time, it's amazing how much can get done. But no, this is the tent. We have an incredible chandelier that was, or not chandelier, but
You found an old wagon wheel.
So I got an old wagon wheel, and we hung it from the tent. And that in itself took about 4 or 5 of us getting up on ladders to get that.
He had to shimmy all the way to the top.
So we had to get it so it's hovering over the dance floor. So if you see me dancing in the corner tonight, it's because I don't want to be dancing under it. Just kidding. But we had a lot going on. I was out just picking up the beer for tonight. Get the phone call. Girls want yogurt for lunch. We got 12 girls running around in our house. So it's a lot goes on, but it's all great. It's life. And we're all here for the same purpose of watching Avery and Zach get married.
I'm great. I mean, I'm crying, but I'm great.
You sure?
Well, it's hard because, she's not just getting married, she's moving away. So it's just, it's celebration and it's change and it's all wonderful. And we can't wait to welcome Zach into our family.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
For me, it will hit me in about an hour when we have
the first look.
My first look. I'm just a worker, so therefore I don't think beyond what my next task is. So.
Well, speaking of first look, I have to go change my clothes.
Oh,
so
good luck with that.
I will see you in a little bit.
I'll see you.
All right, I love you.
I love you. So it's a lot going on, and right now, the grills were set up for the spits for the chickens, and I just got notified that the grills are 30 feet further away from my extension cords. So I have to go get 2 30-foot extension cords and get them here within the hour to make sure the wedding still goes off without a hitch. But it's one thing after another that just, it's just part of throwing a party on your house for 220 of your closest friends. So it's lots of fun, and this is, it's great to be able to do this for my daughters, for us to be able to launch them into the next part of their life from our farm, our home. And so therefore their next step in life is, this is the division from one step to the other, which is great. So I still have to get that yogurt out of the front seat of the car. And I just, like I said, I just sent somebody a note to go get extension cords, and I don't know, that will get figured out as I probably walk closer to the barn. Somebody will grab me and ask me what's the next thing I'm doing. So, and there's somebody backing down my driveway right now, which might take out the lights that we spent the last week putting up to make sure they look good. So it's just what happens. I'm gonna go find the yogurt, make sure it gets into the house, and make sure the girls are happy, because that's my main objective, make girls happy. I'm moving on. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Keely, and I'm with Keely Floral Design. We're about 2 hours outside of the wedding. We have 2 hours to go. Everything's pretty much set up. It's about 200 people coming tonight. And I'll just take you on a little tour of what we did. So for this, we have smilax and dendrobium orchids. We kind of wired it in. I zip tied some of them, but for the most part, eleganus and smilax like to wind around itself. So it was kind of easy to just throw it on there and whip it around and wrap it around itself. And the orchids are still in tubes. I tried to hide them, but anyway, they're hydrated, they're happy, they're hanging. And then we put some twinkle lights in there. I think it turned out nicely. And it looks so cool. I love the rusty, like vintage industrial vibe with this sort of garden romantic vibe. So this is podocarpus, the garland. We actually ordered it already wound up. You can make your own, but this one has bear grass and podocarpus. We added some Vendella roses and some freesia, wired some of them so they don't fall out of the garland on that side. Just wrap it around, tie it on like a zip tie. This is the sweetheart table where the bride and the groom will sit, have dinner. Usually don't sit very often during the wedding, but they'll get a nice view of everything. It'll be nice. Some of the things that the bride liked was just a clean look with a lot of glassware, a lot of candles. So on the tables we have kind of like these little pockets of hydrangea, but it looks so pretty. We cut it short and then added the leaf part, which is kind of a cool trick. And then it just sits in there. And for this one we have curly willow, kind of a big celebration piece. Some orchids in there which tie in with other elements around the room. And then this is kind of fun. This part, individual flowers, kind of in groupings. The stems are considered when we're sticking them in. It's all about design really, not less about the variety of flowers. It's kind of like a little look into just one kind of individual flower and how pretty it is as a grouping. So the orchids I think look lovely, spraying out in one direction. The astilbe has more of like a garden romantic vibe, and then a little pave of roses. It'll be pretty at night with all the candles and the glassware. It'll be nice. It's just such a celebration. I love being a part of like debatably the most important day in someone's life, and it's a dream come true in a lot of ways, and it's about romance and all of it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just a happy day in everyone's life, especially the bride and the family.
Blessings upon this day and upon this marriage. I pray for peace, a constant over their relationship and their marriage. And I just pray that we all have a blessed. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Thank you.
Your dad's about to walk in the door, and he's going to get his first look. How are you doing?
Great. Yeah, it's been a very restful morning. Just spending time with all of my bridesmaids and the moms, and yeah, it's been a really sweet, restful morning. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, I'm feeling great. It's a little crazy. It's happening.
I think it was fun as we all laid in bed last night till 1 a.m. with all you girls, and that was super special. Is it a little strange getting married in the home you grew up in?
No, it makes it that much more special. We're right now in my mom and dad's room, and it does remind me a lot of Father the Bride, and just you are where you call home and where you feel most comfortable and where you felt most loved, and so it's fun to also celebrate your biggest day here as well. So
I love you.
Love you.
How many tears are there going to be tonight?
We've gotten a lot out, so I don't know. We'll see. I think I keep tearing up, but I don't know if there'll be like a big cry, so we'll see.
You might. We'll see.
Tell us about this beautiful dress.
Okay, the funny story is when we went shopping, she said, I don't want 1 inch of lace on my dress. And she wanted a very Audrey Hepburn look. We started to try things on, and I said, will you try one last dress on for me? Kinda. Mm-hmm. And she said, Mom, it's all lace. And you tried it on, and you knew.
Yeah, just the way it feels. It's like a heavy lace. I love that it's European looking and fitted, and it's timeless in its own way. So.
And she graciously wore my veil. Mm-hmm. So it's just a really sweet thing.
How was nobody stressed here?
I mean, I haven't been super, there's been little things that have gotten me randomly stressed, but I feel like generally I've just been so excited that, I don't know. And also it's just, there's been so many amazing hands on creating everything, which has taken relieved a lot of stress from me, including my mom has done a million things, so yeah.
One of the fun things is I wanted to do something special for something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. And my parents, when I got out of law school, gave me a tennis bracelet with aquamarines that I've never worn. So for Avery's wedding, I melted down her father's college ring and some of my jewelry, and I put one aquamarine, and they had enough to make one for each of us. So it's a beautiful something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Mm-hmm.
Great day.
All right, countdown is now an hour and 20 minutes before the wedding. So groomsmen are set aside in the back of the property taking their pictures. Bridesmaids are taking their pictures in front of the house. Still things to do around the house, little odds and ends, but overall I think we're in good shape. I just experienced something you just don't have words for, the first look for my daughter. Being daughter number 2, thought it would be easier, but it's not. To walk into a room seeing your daughter just ready to be married off to another man, and you're giving your daughter away and looking as beautiful as she, it does nothing but just, your body just collapses. And it's a time of just celebration because it is an amazing, amazing step in life. It's, you would love to keep your kids small, you'd love to keep them babies in your arms, but the only thing constant in life is change. And so moving to the next chapter is awesome. So what is very special we do is the father of the bride dances with his daughter. I will dance with her for a short period of time, but then I will invite the rest of the family to come up. And we just dance together as a family unit. And the 7 of us will be on the dance floor together because that's who we are. That is what is our nucleus. And that 2 minutes alone with my daughter is great, but another 2 to 3 minutes together with all 7 of us is even better. So that's a special time we do. So we watched Father of the Bride. I did it before my first daughter's wedding, and we did it again last night. And in the beginning of the movie, when Steve Martin is just talking to the camera about what happened that day, he shares a moment, which is when he talks about you worry about your daughter and meeting the right guy all those years, and then finally she meets the right guy, and that guy takes her away from you, which is such a bittersweet situation, but at the same time it's part of life, and you have to reflect on what happened when I then walked down the aisle with my wife and how my parents were in that situation, or Ruth's parents. So it's just it's the next step, and how hard it is, it's what happens in life. This younger generation picks out tuxedos, and they picked out a tuxedo, the slim fit. Well, so I go on and tried on my tuxedo the other day, and I pull up the pants, and God blessed me with big calves, and so I'm not a slim fit guy, but I was told to keep with the the same style as everybody else. So throughout the night, if you see me putting my legs on my thighs like this, pulling my pants down, to me that's normal. To you, you might think, what is that guy doing? So, but it's everything, it's whatever you do to look good. Funny thing is, yes, it's a new tux for the occasion. About a year ago, I did have a tuxedo that I bought right after Ruth and I got married. And we were in Deer Valley, Utah, getting at a wedding. And I pulled the tuxedo out, which still fit. I was very proud of myself, tried it on, and realized that over the years, the moths started eating away at the pants. So that tuxedo never made it back from Utah. So I don't own one right now. So as a father to the bride, every wedding's a little different. So it's probably not gonna be something I buy because you gotta fit in and look cool with the young crowd. So it's all great. My next thing is, I think I have to be at a family prayer time at 3 o'clock. So I think I have like 10 minutes of Bob time. And I'm going to take advantage of that, and this is just a great day. I don't know, I never get Bob time. So Bob time to me is very rare, just because I'm wound in a way that I just constantly love to go. So my time of downtime will probably go downstairs into the bottom of the barn where the caterer is and say, is there anything I can do to help you guys out? Because that's just what I'll do. So. That's Bob time.
I'm Terry Matthews Woodall, and I'm here to celebrate with Ruth and Bob McKeaney, my husband, handsome husband, might I say. We'll be officiating the wedding of Avery McKeaney and Zach Orange. And I'm so happy to be here today to celebrate them. You?
Yes, we are. We're happy to be here. I'm officiating the wedding. I'm Lee Woodall. And, this has been a moment in progress. I've actually counseled them for 9 months. And it's been 9 long months with ups, with downs, with understanding what marriage is all about and knowing that that's the key, that they're stepping into a role that only God can be in control of. So, we know the McKeaneys, we love them very much, and we love spending time with them as a family. It just is not them, it's all of us together.
Well, I think what's so cool, so if you've not been here at Hillside Farm or had an opportunity, there's just something that happens when you are on the grounds of Hillside Farm. I mean, everything exudes family and fun and faith, and we have such a good time. I mean, even leading up to the wedding, there was bridal brunches and tons of laughs, tears around the fire pit. I mean, I walked away smelling like fire pit smoke, but I'm excited for tonight because Ruth and I have a tendency to take the dance floor together. She sits down after a while, but me and cousin Laura, we all night long. And my husband, he's gonna be talking to everybody. He's not getting up on the dance floor. No. I think he thinks he's too dapper for that.
No, it's not about being dapper. I do dance, but I'm not dancing tonight.
Why? Your shoes?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Let's see how many people talk about their feet afterwards.
My feet are fine. I got flats and heels. I'm so prepared.
Right now.
Listen,
you get ready to put on
I
heels.
have blessed these toes in the name of Jesus. Do you hear me? I have blessed these toes. Oh my gosh.
This is who we're talking about.
I said to bring the good looking people in, so I thought I'd show up.
Well, Bob, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you actually ready for tonight?
You know what? It doesn't matter if I'm ready for tonight because it's going to happen.
It is going to happen. And then you'll be in counseling next.
To me, I'm just along for a ride. Are you ready for tonight?
I'm ready.
Because without you, it doesn't happen.
I'm ready.
Are you?
They're ready.
Okay. Right.
Your daughter's going to be going from a McKeaney to Orange. How does that make you feel?
Yes.
I started crying last night just listening to all the stories. She's always going to be a McKeaney.
Well, that's the part about it where you have the bond, and that's what we were just praying as a family is if we keep the 7 of us, and now with Chris, strong together.
Right.
I'm not worried about name changes.
Yeah.
And and my son said it best the other day, and you will hear it tonight in the reception. Mm-hmm. Because when I give the Fob speech, there will be a Bob speech. When I refer to that, it's the brother of the bride.
Brother of the bride.
And so he's the other Bob, that he will share a little bit about that. So.
Well, I just want to say thank you. We love you and Ruth. We're so excited to be celebrating. This is the second wedding that we've had an opportunity for my husband to officiate and for us to be by your side. and I'm just so grateful. You're such an amazing family, and we got to have more parties like this at Hillside Farm.
Well, I don't only have so many kids, but you can have your kids up here. Right? And I'm not going to officiate those weddings, sorry. But two of my favorite people right here. But I know you guys were sharing, but I started to interrupt.
No,
this is all about fun.
This is
my
all
brother
about
right
fun.
here.
I love these people.
We are going to have a blast tonight. You ready for dancing?
Huh? Yeah, but I got to keep doing this to my pants.
Listen, we talked about these pants all night long. So let me just tell you something. Bob has some sort of jogger tuxedo. I don't think it was intentional. So I've tried to add a little bit of fashionable socks to go with it. So he's on point. But yeah, all night long, he's going to be shoving his pants down. You might need to help him out, but
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Trust me.
So this is so interesting. Ruth and I met at a conference where I was the keynote speaker. And there was a downtime before they went to dinner. Ruth actually invited me over to her house. So we were complete strangers. We sat over at her home in front of a fireplace and just shared in conversation. And it was like that moment we connected, we never disconnected. And I was one of the first people to read her manuscript, Hungry for Home. I came to bed every single night with it, right, for like 3 days and completely cried. And so I wrote the foreword also in Hungry for Home book. And Ruth and I, we were so different in so many ways, yet so much the same. And we celebrated each other's differences. There's a lot of division that happens in the world. Obviously, we look different on the outside, but we are intentional about knowing each other, loving each other, and serving one another. And so our friendship grew. Bob and Lee, oh my gosh, they're like 2 5-year-old little boys, for crying out loud. So Ruth and I are constantly wrangling them in.
Bob is really my brother. He's my brother, and I love him to death. And more than anything, I'm very close to him. I open up to him, and I'm a closed person. As you see, I'm very quiet. But Bob was one of the persons that I trusted to open up to, and we're very close, and I appreciate just his family and him treating us like family. They've never, ever has treated us like we were outsiders. They've made us a part of it. I mean, we spent different areas of the country together.
Wait. We've gone to Mexico together. My husband has baptized his children. We have a home in Mexico we built, and my husband baptized the kids in the pool, and they've been baptized in the cousin's pool in Georgia. And we've gone to Driggs and moved out of one place with them into another. So we've been on tons of adventures with the McKeaneys. It's been pretty cool.
It's love. My message today, well, actually, G-Paw is giving the message today. He's giving the message. I'm officiating. And we wanted to make sure that that family was a part. And that's important because G-Paw has been there for them for so long and so much. He's given a part of himself. And that's the part they called me and they asked me, hey, could he do this part? And I was more than welcome to say, of course. This is a part that is very intimate, but the message is about love. And that's what you'll hear throughout the officiating. You'll hear about what love is, and it'll end up with love never fails.
Can I just say this? I think what's so awesome about G-Paw, he carries Linda Morkin's book. And Linda is Ruth's mom. So he actually has her Bible with all of the pages that are like literally falling out, even down to her notes and the things that have been written. And I was talking to him yesterday about what does it feel like to still carry his wife's Bible? And he said, I feel like she's a part of everything. Every time I carry this Bible and I bring it with me everywhere, I feel like my wife is a part of this. She wanted to see our grandchildren get married, and he feels like she's present. So I think it's amazing that Ruth has her mother's Bible with all of the pages, even the ones that are falling out, present for every moment that's been important to the McKeaney family. So I'm grateful for that. It's pretty cool.
It's what family is. They actually, we said it last night about how they symbolize family and love, and how, when one leaves, the other one feels it, and then they keep feeling it all the way through. It's just so much love that they give, and just by what they show, not just to people, not just to their intimate family, but to the world. And that's what they're giving. They're showing what is family about. And that was a main part of what God was trying to say. You are a part of our family. And they show that part of this is what it means when you have love, and this is a part of family.
So we're on countdown. I have not had a chance to see Ruth yet. I've received text messages from her. She's definitely wanted to know, what are the pictures and the videos that I have? I'm like, your daughter's getting married today and you're worried about the pictures and videos that I have? But I am so excited to walk in the house, have last minute prayer with her, and have a conversation about what this moment means to her. Avery will be moving to Chicago, so she's one of the McKeaneys that are not coming back immediately after marriage. And so this has been a different change and for this entire family. What I will say is it's going to be 215 people that will be here at this wedding. The food is always amazing. The dance floor is set. There's orchids and greenery everywhere in every area of this wedding, from the chairs that have been moved to everything that has been staged and presented, for the tables that are being set up. Everything was done with love and teamwork. And I think that's what was so cool. I think all of us came together. So to see all the many parts with all the different hands that have placed their hands on every area of this wedding, to see all of it come together and people enjoy it, this is going to be like the ultimate Hillside Farm moment. What would you say?
I would say that
you didn't lift that many chairs though.
I did. I lifted
No,
chairs.
you did not lift that. No, I stayed.
Lifted chairs.
No. Let me.
I lifted chairs. I have the evidence of it. Just look at my sneakers. I lifted chairs.
That's because you were in white sneakers in grass.
And they were totally dirty.
Oh my gosh.
Back to what we were saying. Coming up to the 35 minutes. Coming up to where this becomes reality, and that's where that they're preparing for. That's what Zach and Avery are preparing for right now, mentally, in their mind. And I told them, I said, each step you take, you'll start feeling a difference, and you'll start feeling, what does it feel like as you get closer? What was your counseling about? You'll start remembering. And then when that moment hits you, that's when all your emotions will come out, and everything that you've waited for becomes reality. So it's about to get real. And you know, when it comes to love, that's all you ask for, is it being real. Authentic. And those two will be able to show the authenticity of what love is really about. And I know you will see it today.
I'm so excited for Zach and Avery. She's an amazing young lady. If you guys haven't seen her on the Homeworthy episodes, please be sure to capture her tonight. She's gorgeous, she's smart, she's talented, and that new handsome husband of hers, I'm excited to see him too.
5 minutes before we walk down, and it's exciting, and it's so much fun to have one of my very dearest friends, Terry, here. Her husband's officiating it, and so thank you again for joining us in celebration.
Please stand as we receive the bride. You all could be seated. Love is patient. We are gathered here to worship God and witness the marriage vows of Zachary Orange and Avery McKeaney. We are gathered together in this sight of God to join together this man and this woman in holy matrimony. Who will give this woman to be married to this man? Zachary Orange, will you take Avery McKeaney to be your wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her in sickness and in health? And forsaking all others, keep yourself unto her, so long as you both shall live. Please respond with, I will. I'm gonna make sure they hear you.
I will.
Avery McKeaney, will you take Zachary Orange to be your wedded husband, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others? Keep yourself only unto him, so long as you both shall live. Please respond with, I will.
I will.
Love does not dishonor others. Now we will have the blessings of the marriage by G. Paul.
Welcome, God, our Father, the Lord and Creator of the universe, in whose image and likeness we are made. Welcome all our family and friends. Well, Zach, what single word did Adam say when he stood where you stand today? Finally, my woman. Family and friends, Zach and Avery, the groom and the bride, invite us here together to witness and celebrate with them what has been years in the making. This marriage is a new beginning with all of its fruits and blessings yet to come. So in accordance with their desire, I, Paul, Avery's grandfather, with my wife Linda celebrating close by from heaven, have the pleasure of asking Zach and Avery's parents and grandparents to rise, to stand, to receive our cheers and applause. Thank you. I bless you, Zach and Avery. In your new beginning and marriage, I bless your home that you will build and dwell in, and in which many who hunger for home, as you have hungered, shall be blessed and loved well.
Amen. Love is not self-seeking. We're going to do the vows. Let me take this out. And you're going to repeat after me. I, Zach,
I, Zach,
take thee, Avery,
take thee, Avery,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poor,
for richer, for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
to death us do part,
to death us do part,
according to God's holy ordinance.
according to God's holy ordinance.
And thereto do I give thee my pledge.
And thereto do I give thee my pledge.
Amen. Your turn. I, Avery, take thee, Zach,
take thee, Zach,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poor,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
and sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part,
to death us do part,
according to God's holy ordinance.
according to God's holy ordinance.
And thereto do I give thee my pledge.
And thereto do I give thee my pledge.
Love keeps no record of wrongs. As a token of the covenant, you will now give and receive marriage rings. The unbroken circle, the emblem of eternity, the gold, and the emblem of that which is at least tarnished and most enduring, are to show how lasting is the pledge you have made to one another. I'll take the rings. Both of them. Oh. Thank you. All right, if you can bow your heads as we bless the rings. Bless, O Lord, these rings that Zach and Avery will wear them, and they will abide in your peace and continue in your favor. That they will always look at them as honoring you. And as they wear them, they will symbolize what love is, what kindness is, what together is, so that others may see what love is all about. So we say to you, Father, your favor upon them until this life's end, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. I pronounce them man and wife together in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. This is the part you've been waiting for. I love you both. Love never fails. You may now kiss your bride. I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Zach Orch.
My name is Ruth McKeaney. I'm 15, and I am the brother of the bride. This wedding is probably one of my favorite events probably will end up being one of my favorite events of my life. Getting to see my sister celebrate probably the biggest decision of her life. Something I'm looking most forward to tonight is probably the reception, partying, dancing, eating food, speeches. I am saying something during my dad's speech. Something that was really special about her being up there was just that I've loved her so much, and it's sad to see her go because she's going to be moving to Chicago. But it was awesome to get those last few minutes and days with her before she leaves tonight. So that's what I think was super special, that I get to cherish this moment with her.
These are the shoes. I was able to stand with a lot of being very slow and being very calm. And they have a little block at the bottom. Yeah, they hurt. They hurt.
It's done, and now it's time to go have the party.
She was amazing. Avery was amazing. Zach was amazing.
And you were amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I love you. All right, we're getting ready to have a family-style dinner. They have pigs that are roasting on spits, chickens that are on spits, homemade mac and cheese. They've made some pies that are my recipes. So it's a true family affair, and can't wait for you to see it.
So everybody's gathering right now in the barn for a cocktail hour, and then we will wander down to the tent for the reception.
Yeah. So you're going to hear from the maids of honor, which are all three of our daughters, and then there's a little surprise with his father-daughter toast.
My father, the bride toast will include a Bob toast, that will be clarified later. Brother of the bride.
Yeah.
So we'll have great dancing later, and it's just going to be a great evening.
Great time to celebrate. And then they leave for Italy. When we first bought this property, how long ago?
That was 14 years ago.
14 years ago. We knew when we bought it, our dream was to have our kids married here. So to watch it all play out is like open any fairy tale book and there you see it. So it's just been, and when the people who are closest to you are all here, it makes all the work worth it.
And for your daughters, this is where they've spent 14,
that was
years
their swing was right behind us, you know.
Yeah,
and so they grew up here.
Yeah, and 14 years of their life were spent here, so this is kind of like home.
Yeah.
And what better place to be launched from but home?
Yeah.
And so it's because it's forever part of them, no matter where they live, where they move to. They can't get rid of us, and they will never forget these memories here. So.
Someone has to break all this down. I sit there and laugh. I'm like, y'all, enjoy yourselves, but someone's got to clean it all up.
But thank you for volunteering to help. And by the way, anybody that is listening, come.
You're welcome to come clean up.
No, it's one of those things that obviously it always takes 1/10 the amount of time to break things down as it does to put things up, and we'll have lots of family in town that will meet us tomorrow morning, and
We've made our famous cinnamon rolls that we're going to let rise overnight tonight so that we can serve everybody who comes to help. So that's kind of my surprise.
As we learned in life, if you feed them well, they actually come.
They will come.
They will come and they will serve. So it's great.
We just want to know how it feels to be Mr. and Mrs.
Pretty crazy.
It feels incredible. It's awesome.
It is
very exciting, and it almost doesn't seem real, but we're here, so.
What was going through your minds, or what were you feeling when you were up there together saying your vows?
I mean, I was just like, very thankful and thanking the Lord for that He brought us all here today and that we could be up there. But I was just so excited, and it was like surreal. But
yeah, I'd say thankful to the Lord, obviously, and then just excited. Like, we finally get to be together, and it's amazing. So.
What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Probably just to dance and have fun with all of our best friends and family.
I would say, same thing, just being with all our friends and family, our favorite people, dancing, saying hi, all that good stuff. So.
How'd you pick your first dance song?
We picked Joy of My Life by Chris Stapleton, and it's probably because when I think of Zach, I think he is the joy of my life. And that's just a song that I always like. Joy is what he brings to my life, and it's the way that he resembles Christ to me, so yeah.
Yeah, Avery was the one who picked it, but I've gotten to know the song over the past few months and even like year or two. And I mean, it's very fitting for her as well. She's also the joy of my life, so it works out for the two of us. So.
All right, this may be a cliche, but what do you both love most about each other?
I love first and foremost that he loves the Lord more than everything, and then loves me so well, and probably just his kind and humble heart.
Yeah, loving the Lord and loving me are obviously the two number ones. And then just her ability to love on me and love on others so well it's very evident over the years that we've been dating, and obviously continuing on through our marriage. So just her ability to love people. So.
All right, we need one more kiss, and then you guys get out of here.
Hold up, let's do this proper. This is round one. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, they are very eager. Please give it up for your newlyweds, the new Mr. and Mrs. Zachary Orange.
I just wanted to start out by saying congratulations to the both of you. Nothing I can say will fully capture or express the love that I have for both of you, but in an attempt to do so, I want to share one thing I truly admire about both Zach and Avery. So first, Zach. 2 summers ago, my mom, Avery, Zach, and I spent a week in Wyoming together, and over the course of our vacation, we went hiking, swimming, sightseeing, you name it. Throughout the trip, regardless of the destination, I vividly remember the awe and curiosity with which Zach viewed everything. Everywhere we went, Zach would whip out his phone and take pictures, regardless of what it was, almost as if he had never seen a mountain before. Yes, we may have laughed and made fun of him for this at the time, but he is ultimately so blessed to have this truly invaluable quality. It's something that can't be bought or obtained, and it's so cool to see how through it, he finds joy in the smallest things. So Zach, I pray you hold on to this gift of awe and allow yourself to be blown away each and every day over the blessings God has given you in your marriage, your life, and your faith. Secondly, to Avery, my twin, I was blessed with 3 incredible older sisters, but as an anxious person who has a hard time expressing how I feel at times, Avery has been my voice. Even before I find the words to say something, you know exactly how to help me and encourage me. Your guidance comes with constant love and intentionality. You devote so much of your focus to those around you and pouring into them, while also always continuing to pour into me. This quality is something rare and one that I am blessed to have the opportunity to witness. I hope to have even a fraction of the wisdom and selflessness that you embody every day. Congrats again, and I love you both so much. Welcome to the family, Zach.
Hi, as many of you know, my name is Scotty, and I'm Avery's other younger sister. When I was writing my speech, I was wondering how I could make it unique when there are 3 maid of honor speeches. And I came up with one thing that my sisters would definitely not mention, and that is literature. Avery, you remind me of a book character that many of you may know, Elizabeth Bennet in Pride and Prejudice. When reading Pride and Prejudice, I constantly see you in Elizabeth's character. You both have this strong, fierce loyalty for your sisters. Similar to Elizabeth Bennet, you have never been willing to settle. You always joked that you would get married in your late 20s because you, and I quote, had things to do. But then you met Zach. I think we all knew that Zach was the one because you were finally willing to let your guard down and admit that you wanted to do life alongside somebody. Growing up in a family with 4 girls, close in age, we were constantly together and for many years in totally matching outfits. William Shakespeare has a beautiful quote that I think deeply resembles our relationship in his play, As You Like It. I was too young that time to value her, but now I know her. If she be a traitor, why so am I. We still have slept together, rose at an instant, learned, prayed, eat together, and wheresoe'er we went, like Juno's swans, still we went coupled and inseparable. I see now just how remarkable having 3 sisters is, and the strength of our bond, especially with you, Avery. You have always been the one to rally us together. One of my favorite memories is when all 4 of us would introduce ourselves as Mary, Laura, Carrie, and Grace from the Little House on the Prairie, because we truly thought we were them in real life. Experiences like this have created an unbreakable connection between us. So Zach, I hope you enjoy growing old with her as much as we loved growing up with her.
So I don't know how to follow that. I'm Alex. I'm the oldest McKeaney girl, proud older sister of Avery. Today has been a beautiful day, and there's more people than I can even think of to thank. But the wonderful thing about sisters is they don't just remain sisters. They become your best friends. And that's who you are, Avery. You always knew who you were. I remember in middle school when your slogan for your 6th grade class selection was, "If you want bravery, vote for Avery." And this is where you come in, Zach. To our early surprise, Avery found someone to be her biggest cheerleader. We didn't know it was possible for someone to be more competitive than Avery, and that's exactly what you are. And it brings us so much joy to see you compete together. This is going to set you both up for ultimate success. I love that the 2 of you have become a true team and desire to continue to compete through life as a couple and ultimately compete for the house of the Lord. So, a toast for my little sister and my new little brother. May the Lord bless you, protect you, and hold you close. Always remember whose team you were on, and never stop being each other's cheerleaders. I love you both. To Avery and Zach. I love you.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Hillside Farm. Welcome to this little piece of paradise. We are so blessed that each and every one of you is here this evening. Each and every one of you has touched these 2 people in some way. They have your fingerprints on them. And so we are so grateful and thankful that you're all here today. And if I don't find my speech, I'll be really in trouble, by the way. Where am I at? I had it a second ago. Did somebody steal it? Hold on. Got it. All right. I will when I want to talk. All right. I'm not a great public speaker, so bear with me here. All right. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here to celebrate this special day. For those who don't know me, I'm Avery's father. And it's a true privilege to share a few words about my daughter and her new husband, Zach. Welcome. First, I'd like to thank my wife. Without you, none of this would be possible. Literally. Thank you. Second, I would like to thank the oranges. For an amazing evening last night, and also for raising a wonderful son. Now for Avery and Zach. A to Z. You really do have it all covered. Avery is the most adventurous girl I know. She's jumped off a 50-foot cliff without hesitation, while Zach might hesitate to climb a ladder. It's these little quirks that we know that you will both have a unique and complementary, incredible life together. So first to Zach, welcome to our family. It's a blessing to have you. Thank you for loving on Avery. Thank you for being her best friend and for supporting her at all the ways that matter most. And lastly, thank you, Zach, for taking on Avery's shopping habits. My wallet is very grateful. So before I talk about Avery, I wanted to invite the other Bob, to the front of the room, the brother of the bride. This is a family gathering. His daughters were capturing it all. This man is amazing. And I want you all to listen to, this is a brother of 4 amazing sisters who, for the first time in 24 years, the men outnumbered the women in this house. And so we finally have our advantage. But you're stuck with us for a few more years. So here is this is a text message he sent to his sisters.
Family has been and will always be one of, if not the most important thing in life to me. Again, you guys just bring a light to my world, and I want to cherish every last moment we have together. Even though last names are changing, we are all McKeaneys at heart. That is a bond that I hope never gets broken, because we are the Funky 5 children. I love you all.
Yeah, you can sit up here. Wow. That's what happens when you get raised by 5 moms. So as my kids can attest, I'm not great at speaking in public, especially when I was at our church and I had to make announcements, and every Sunday my kids would slouch in their chair as I spoke and make comments. So I'm going to ignore that anybody's in this room right now, and I'm going to talk to my daughter, because that's the only way I can do this without making it a mess. So we joke about your strengths in adventure, like skiing, hiking, cliff jumping, etc. However, it's your strength in character that is what is amazing. Your gentleness, your toughness, your generosity, your kindness, your loyalty, and your wisdom are just some of the things that I love about you. And I can attest all of this to your mother. And know this, you are an incredible gatherer of people. As you heard tonight with everybody speaking, you know how to bring people together, and you know how to love on people well. You are an incredible leader. You are just an incredible, just an incredible person. And Zach, good luck with that. Know that we prayed for Zach before we knew who Zach was. And we join the generations of our family that have come before us and prayed for you, and we'll be praying for your future. I love you, half pint. And that reference, as my daughters had said before about the Little House on the Prairie, when they were talking about the 4 sisters in Little House on the Prairie, and they forgot about Alfred over here. So, Albert, I'm sorry. Obviously, I didn't watch enough with them. So, but I just love you. And Zach, welcome to our home. And I just wanted to say, let's raise a glass to Avery and Zach. May your love continue to grow, and may your marriage be filled with joy, friendship, and just enough shopping to keep things interesting. Love you. Anything you want. I love you.
Thank you again to our father of the bride, Bob McKeaney. Please, it's my honor and privilege to introduce our mother of the bride. Please give it up for Ruth, everybody.
So I wanted to take a second to thank every person that came. Y'all came from far, and a lot of people came and spent a lot of time helping us set up. And some people have volunteered to stay extra, and thank you for blessing our family. I wanted to introduce the father and the bride dance because it's a little unorthodox. The arguments that have taken place in our house over the song for the father and the bride have been legendary because everyone wanted the same songs. And so Avery and I think Audrey was in our car, we were driving to church one day, and we were talking about what's going to be the song. And this song came on the radio, and we knew instantly. There are two things that Bob and I have prayed over our family since before the kids were born. The first is a verse in Numbers. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you. And it continues. The other thing is we have been blessed by generations who have prayed over us. And Bob and I are now joining those and continuing to pray over you and Zach and your children and your children's children. So as you listen to the song, The Blessing, Avery, I hope you hear our blessing over you.
Thank each and every one of you for coming out here tonight to celebrate with Zach and I. It wouldn't be possible without love and prayers and time and sacrifice that all of you have just given to us. And we also just want to thank first the Orange family and friends. Just thank you guys I know you guys made a trek out here, and it means more than you guys will ever know. We love you guys. I know I can't wait to be a part of your family. And yeah, you guys are amazing. I also want to thank the McKeaney and Morgan clan and all of my family just for always being there and for coming to another wedding and just for loving and praying for Zach and I. We love you guys. We want to thank all of our friends who have come from far and wide. You guys are the best. But yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you all for coming as well. You guys are all very special to us, and we love you very much. And let's get this party started.
Well, I can tell one side of the family is ready to party, but I'm curious if this side of the family is ready to party.
watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.